Hello friends, welcome to the next topic, direction sense. The handout which we are going to use is LRHO 103-1604. I hope you are all set for the class. So let's begin with direction sense. What kind of question do we get in direction sense topic? There are multiple variety of questions which are involving precisely four heads in terms of variety of questions. Let's start with the first variety of question. It's movement related. I'll give an example. Somebody's house is facing north. He started moving from his house, traveled 100 meters, took a right turn, then took a left turn, and so on and so forth. These kind of questions are called movement related questions. In these questions, the question will ask in which direction the person is facing, or with respect to his house, in which direction he is, something like that. That is called direction related questions. Is that okay? So the only point in these questions is the movement and the direction in which the movement is taking place. Fine. Distance related question. This is a little advanced version of the previous variety. In the previous variety, in movement related questions, the question is asking in which direction people is facing or moving or something like that. In this question, we have to figure out the distance between 2 points, starting point and destination, or some other point that depends upon the questions. Fine. Third variety of question is casting of shadow. Somebody went for a morning walk and his shadow is falling to his right, something like that. So we have to figure out in which direction is he facing or in which direction is he moving. Fine. Questions based on correct or faulty compass. Compass is used to tell us the directions. If the compass is correct, that is perfectly all right. There are questions which are based on incorrect compass. Let's say the north direction in incorrect compass is actually the south direction. Fine. So the movement we have to track as per the given faulty compass. Fine. See, these are the four major variety of questions I'll be getting direction sense questions. So let's begin with basics of direction sense. First of all, we need to understand how many and what kind of directions we are going to use. There are four basic directions, and those four directions will mix and will give us four more directions. North, east, west, south. This is the standard representation of directions. Now, between north and east, the direction is called northeast. Between south and west, the direction is called southwest. Similar to this, northwest, southeast, and so on. Fine. What happens when somebody takes a turn, left turn or right turn? Let's discuss something about that also, which will help us in problem solving. Let's say somebody is facing north and took a right turn and took a right turn. That means he must be facing east. He must be facing east now. Initially he was facing north. He took a right turn. Now he must be facing east. Fine. Now again that person is facing north, and if he takes a left turn, he must be facing west. He must be facing west. Fine. Similar observation can be there for a person who is facing south. Somebody is facing south. He took a right turn. He must be facing now which direction? West. West. Facing north, took right turn facing east now. Facing south, took a right turn facing west now. Again, if the same person is facing south and it took a left turn, then he must be facing east. He must be facing east. Facing south, took a right turn facing west. Facing south, took a left turn facing east. When somebody is moving north or facing north and took a left turn, right turn, that is precisely an easy task to do. Sometimes it is a little bit of confusing when it comes to figuring out the direction which the person is facing, which he was, or the person he initially facing was the direction in south direction, in fact. Fine. So we have to keep it in mind. Person facing in the south direction will take right turn, then he must be facing south west, and person facing in the south direction took a left turn, must be facing east. I hope this is okay to everybody. Fine. Major mathematical tool to be used. Obviously, I have discussed the distance related questions. We have to figure out distance between 2 points. How do I calculate the distance? Distance in direction sense question is generally calculated with Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Most of us are already aware about Pythagoras theorem. There is precisely a theorem which is used in right angle triangles, which says if right angle triangle is ABC is there, right angled at B, then AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Is that okay? Perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. I hope this is okay to everybody. Fine. So this is used in question where we have to find out the distance between 2 points that I have already told you. Fine. So let's begin with a couple of questions. That is question number 26 of your handout. Let's read it carefully. Shravan travels 8 kilometers towards east. 8 kilometers towards east. Fine. Then travel 12 kilometers towards north. He started traveling towards east. Then he traveled 12 kilometers towards north. If somebody is facing east and he took a left turn, now he must be facing north. He must be facing north. Although in this question this is already given, he is now moving towards north. It's not mentioned he took a left turn or right turn or something like that. But we have to understand that if somebody is facing east and took a left turn, now he must be facing north or must be moving in which direction? North direction. He turns left. Now the person is at point D. The person is at point D and he took a left turn. He took a left turn. Now person when is at point D, he must be facing north direction. And if he's taking left, then that means he must be moving towards west direction. He must be moving towards west direction. And after traveling 6 kilometers, he reached point E. He reached point E. So he started with A, reached C after traveling 8 kilometers. Then C, he took a left turn or started traveling toward north, traveled 12 kilometers and reached D. At D, he took a left turn and traveled 6 kilometers, reached E. Up till now, it is perfectly alright. Now he traveled 5 kilometers to his right. The person now is facing which direction? West. And if he takes a right turn, he must be moving towards north. He must be moving towards north. Now, after taking right turn, he took how many, or he traveled for how many kilometers? 5 kilometers. After traveling 5 kilometers, he is now at point F. He is now at point F. Perfectly alright. Now, when he is at point F, he must be facing which direction? North. कहाँ face कर रहा होगा वो? North में. Now, at F, he took a left turn and traveled 8 kilometers. He took a left turn and traveled 8 kilometers. I hope this is okay. So, F पर अगर left turn लेगा तो कहाँ पर जाएगा? West में, because right now he is facing north and reached the destination B. Let's say the destination point is B. Fine. Now the question is saying, what is the approximate distance between the initial position and the final position? Fine. How far is he approximately from his initial position? So we have to find out the distance between A and B. We have just discussed the distance we can figure out if it is not direct or if it is not straight line or if it is not perpendicular to the starting point or in the same line as the starting point. We have to use Pythagoras theorem. So let's draw a point or let's draw a line AG which is perpendicular to BF. Let's draw a line AG which is perpendicular to BF. Now what is the length of AC? What is the length of AC? 8. What is the length of BE? What is the length of DE in fact? What is the length of DE? 6. And FB is 8. So BD in all, the distance between BF is 8 and ED is 6. So I say 8 plus 6 is 14. And if I subtract 8 which is AC from this distance, I'll be getting BG. I'll repeat it. BF is 8. ED is 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. Subtract AC which is 8 from this. I'll be getting BG which is 6. BG is 6. Now we have to calculate the length of AG. EF is 5. EF is 5. CD is 12. EF is 5. CD is 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. So AG is 17. BG is 6. BG is 6. So the distance between A and B is, AG square plus BG square root of AG square plus BG square. Now we can figure out 12 plus 5, 17 is AG, and BG is 6, which is 17 square is 289, and 6 square is 36, which is square root of 325. 324 is the square of 18. 325 square root will be approximately 18. The question is asking for approximate distance, so answer has to be 18, closest to 18 is my answer. So answer will I will mark 18 as my answer. Answer choice C, Calcutta. So this is basically using all the things which we have done up till now. Direction, movement, Pythagoras theorem. Whenever we apply Pythagoras theorem, we have to find out a right angle triangle. We have to calculate the length of each side of that right angle triangle. Obviously, if I get two sides, we can calculate third side. I hope this is okay to everybody. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Question number 26. Avinash traveled 5 kilometers towards east, followed by 8 kilometers to his right. If somebody is moving towards east and took a right turn, that means he must be moving now which direction? South. He must be moving in which direction? South. So he started from A. After traveling 5 kilometers in east direction, he reached point C. And at C, he took a right turn and facing east. Then he took a right turn. That means he must be moving in south direction now. And he traveled 8 kilometers after turning to south direction and reached point D. Now at D, he turns left. Now point D, the person is at point D and facing south. And if he take a left turn, that means he must be going towards east. So he took a left turn and traveled 6 kilometers. Fine. And traveling 6 kilometers, or after traveling 6 kilometers, he is reaching at point E. Let's say the point is E. Fine. And now at point E, he traveled 5 kilometers towards south again, which is very simple because south direction we already know. So now he is at point B after traveling 5 more kilometers. Approximately how far is he from the initial position? The question is identical to the previous question. The movement, specific movement is there in the question. We have to figure out the distance between initial position and final position. So precisely we have to calculate the distance between A and B. Now AF is 8 plus 5. AF is 8, which is CD, and plus 5, which is EB. AF is 13. Now FB is AC plus DE. FB plus AC plus DE. FB is equal to AC plus DE. AC is 5, DE is 11. So FB must be 6 plus 5, which is 11. AC is 5, DE is 6, FB is 11. Now distance between AB is AF square plus FB square, AF square plus FB square, square root. So AF is 8 plus 5, 13 square, which is 169. And FB square is 6 plus 5, which is 11 square, is 121. So 169 plus 121 is under root, or it is 290, square root of 290. 289 is the square of 17, or I can say square root of 289 is 17. So my answer will be 17. The question is asking for approximate value. So answer choice is B, Bombay. We'll mark answer B. Distance is 17 kilometers. I hope this is okay. Again, the movement has to be tracked, and then later on if we have to calculate distance between the 2 points, Pythagoras theorem is going to be helpful. But to calculate or to use Pythagoras theorem, we need to have length of sides or two sides of the triangle to calculate the length of third side, which is AB. Fine. So let's move to the next question. Question number 28. Charan travels 7 kilometers followed by 6 kilometers to his left. Charan travels 7 kilometers followed by 6 kilometers to his left. He turns right and travels 4 kilometers followed by 5 kilometers towards his right. Finally, if he is moving towards east, then towards which direction did he start the journey, and approximately how far is he from the starting point? Now the problem in this question is the person started in which direction is not given. So we have to understand, we have to either backtrack the question or we have to assume a particular direction in which he started moving and map it with the direction given at the end of all the movements. Let's say he started with the direction east. He started in the direction east and finally is facing east. Fine. Then it's perfectly alright. If I'm saying he started with the direction east and now finally is facing north, that means my initial direction was not correct. So we'll rotate our figure according to the direction in which he is facing finally. Fine. So 7 kilometers followed by 6 kilometers to his left. This is the direction which is given. Now let us take Charan start his journey towards east for the sake of convenience. So he started moving towards east. He traveled 7 kilometers. He took a left turn, traveled 6 kilometers, reached point C. Perfectly alright. Reached point C. He turned right. From C he took a right turn. Right now he is moving in the north direction, but he took a right turn. That means he must be facing or he must be moving in which direction? East direction. And he traveled 4 kilometers. Now after traveling 4 kilometers, he is at point D. He started with A, traveled 7 kilometers. From B, he took a left turn, traveled 6 kilometers, reached C. From C, he took a right turn, traveled 4 kilometers, reached D. And at D, he again took a right turn and traveled 5 kilometers. Right now, he is facing which direction? South. He is facing south. What does it mean? In my question, finally, he was moving towards east. And my diagram shows he is moving towards or facing towards south. So if I rotate my diagram, 90 degree anti-clockwise direction, I'll be getting my direction finally DF direction has to be east. That means AB direction is north. Fine. If Charan starts his journey towards east, then finally he is moving south. So if he starts his journey towards north, then finally he is moving towards east. Or other way around, if I move my diagram to 90 degree anti-clockwise direction, he must be facing east. DF arrow must be pointing towards east, and if DS is pointing east, AB must be pointing towards north. AB must be pointing towards north. So he started in north direction. Fine. And the only answer choice which is giving direction north is D Delhi. So if I have to answer the question, we can answer this question right away. Answer choice is D Delhi, but still we calculate the distance between the initial point and the final point as per the question. And the question is asking approximately how far is he from the initial position. So we have to calculate the distance between A and F. AB is 7 kilometers. BF is equal to CD because, no, it's not BF is equal to CD because the lengths are different. BF has to be different from CD. So we'll calculate this with the Pythagoras theorem. AB and BF are not collinear. A, B and F are not collinear points because CB is 6 and DF is 5. CB is 6 and DF is 5. Fine. So we'll calculate the distance between A and F. AB is 7. AB is 7. And let's say AF we calculate. It is not the point which is on the straight line, but still I can calculate BF. BF is supposed to be 4. Not the direct distance, but BF F is a point in the line B. If F is a point which is in the line of AB, then BF is what? 4. Is it okay? So with the Pythagoras theorem, I can say AF square is equal to what we have to calculate actually? The distance, how far is it from the starting point? AE we have to calculate. AE we have to calculate. I'm sorry, AE we have to calculate, not the F. AE is the point we have to calculate. AF is definitely 7 plus 4, which is 11. AE we have to calculate. EF has to be 1 because BC is 6. DE is 5. So EF has to be 1. So AE is equal to AF square plus FE square. AB is 7, BF is 4. So AF is 7 plus 4, which is 11. EF is 1. 11 square plus 1 square, which is 121 plus 1, which is 122. Square root approximately is 11. But we did not have to calculate the distance as per the question because the directions in which he started his journey is different in all the 4 options. So I can answer this question with the help of only direction of movement, starting movement. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Question number 29. Two friends, Rajesh and Rakesh, start from a place and travel 5 kilometers towards east. Rajesh and Rakesh start from a place. They started from the same point and travel 5 kilometers towards east. From there, Rajesh traveled 8 kilometers to his left. That means Rajesh took a left turn. That means he started moving towards north direction. Fine, because he's right now moving towards east and he took a left turn. That means he started moving in north direction. Fine. Whereas Rakesh traveled 6 kilometers to his right. 6 kilometers to his right, facing east and moving towards right. That means he started moving towards south and he traveled for how many kilometers? 6 kilometers. Fine. So they started from point A. After traveling 5 kilometers, they reached point B. From B, Rajesh took left turn and reached point C after traveling 8 kilometers. From point B, Rakesh took a right turn and traveled 6 kilometers and reached point F. Again from there, Rajesh travels 3 kilometers to his left. Rajesh is at point C. He traveled 3 kilometers to his left, followed by 4 kilometers to his right. So from C he took a left turn. That means he is moving in west direction, traveled 3 kilometers. And from D he took a right turn, traveled 4 kilometers, reached point E. Now E is the point where Rajesh finally is. He started with A. He started with the point or at a point A, from point A in fact. Now the second person, Rakesh, was at B and he traveled 6 kilometers towards south, took a right turn and reached F. Then he again took a right turn and traveled 3 kilometers, reached G. Is that okay? He took a right turn, traveled 3 kilometers, reached G, facing south. You have to understand he's facing south and took a right turn. That means he must be moving in which direction? West. And reached G after traveling 3 kilometers. And at G, he is facing west. He took a left turn and traveled 6 kilometers. From G, he took a left turn and traveled 6 kilometers. That means he is at point H right now. He is at point H. Now, if you look at this diagram closely, GF and DC are identical in length, which is 3 kilometers. So that means point H and point E are on the same line. Point H and point E are on the same line. The question is asking what is the distance between Rajesh and Rakesh. Rajesh is at point E, Rakesh is at point H. So distance between E and H has to be 4, which is ED, CB, which is 8, BF, which is 6, and GH, which is 6. So the distance between Rajesh and Rakesh is equal to 6 plus 8, which is 14. GD I'm talking about, GD, which is equal to CF. And DE is 4 and GH is 6. So 14 plus 6 plus 4, which is 24 kilometers. Answer choice is D, Delhi. Answer choice is D, Delhi. So this is the movement. In this question, we have to particularly track the movement of two persons, Rajesh and Rakesh, simultaneously. Need not to do simultaneously. If you wish, you can do it. Otherwise, you can track the movement of one person. Later on, you can track the movement of other person to get the better clarity of question. Fine. Either which way, answer is going to be 24 kilometers. Fine with this? When person is moving towards south direction, be little cautious before deciding left or right, because there is a possibility in pressure situation you might get left right incorrect. So be a little cautious. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Question number 30. Read the question number 30. Suman travels 2 kilometers towards east. Suman travels 2 kilometers towards east, followed by 4 kilometers towards his right. Suman first of all traveled 2 kilometers towards east and he took a right turn. That means he must be going towards south direction, and he traveled 4 kilometers. Fine. He turns left. Now when somebody is moving towards south direction, took a left turn, that means he again started moving towards east. South facing, took left turn, that means he must be moving towards east and travel 6 kilometers. Fine. So this is something which we can generate out of it. Suman traveled 2 kilometers east, started from point A, reached point B after traveling 2 kilometers. He took a right turn, that means he started moving south and traveled 4 kilometers and reached point C. At C, he took a left turn, that means he has again started moving east. C facing south, took a left turn, that means started moving east and traveled 6 kilometers. After traveling 6 kilometers, he is at point D. He is at point D facing east direction. Now at D, he took a right turn, that means again started moving towards south and traveled 5 kilometers. So D is 5 kilometers. We have done similar question. Question number, in fact, couple last to last question was similar to this. So we can calculate this. We have to figure out two things in this question, not the distance alone, as in the previous question we had to find out. Right now what we have to find out, finally how far and in which direction is he approximately from the starting point. A is the starting point, E is the final point. If I say AB is east and AF is south, AB is east, AF is south, that means as compared to A, AE is southeast. AE is southeast. So without calculating the distance, we could have answered the question. Answer choice is C, Calcutta. But we can calculate the distance easily. We have to find out the distance between A and E. AF is 4 plus 5, which is 9. AF is 4 plus 5, which is 9. And FE is 6 plus 2, which is 8. So AE square is equal to AF square plus EF square. AE is equal to square root of AF square plus EF square. 9 square plus 8 square. 9 square is 81, 8 square is 64, which is 145. Square root of this 145 is 12 approximately, as the question is asking for approximate value. So answer choice is C, Calcutta. Fine. This is okay. Let's move ahead. Again, the question, the different part in this, or difference in this question in the previous questions. In the previous question, it was asked that in which direction is he facing now. And right now the question is asking in which direction is he from the starting point. So direction of point E with respect to A we have to figure out. Fine. So that is southeast. Southeast. Let's move ahead. Question number 31. Question number 31. Dravid from his house traveled 3 kilometers towards south. Dravid from his house traveled 3 kilometers towards south. Fine. So starting point is A and he traveled 3 kilometers towards south. That means he must have reached point B now. Dravid started from point A, traveled 3 kilometers towards south. That means he is at point B now. Fine. And followed by 2 kilometers to his right. If B is the point at which Dravid is right now and he took a right turn, that means he must be moving in which direction? From south to right, that is west. So he must be moving towards west direction and travel 2 kilometers. Fine. So BC is 2 kilometers. After traveling 2 kilometers, taking right turn at B, he is at C, which is 2 kilometers away from B. Now at C, he is facing which direction? West. Again, he traveled 1 kilometer north, 1 kilometer north. It is not mentioned which turn he took, so we can understand if he is facing east and going towards north, he must have taken right turn and traveled 1 kilometer. That means from C, he has reached point D right now and facing north. At D, he is facing north and C to D is 1 kilometer. Fine. Followed by 6 kilometers towards his left. At D, he is facing north, took left turn. That means he must be going towards west direction. E to D, or D to E he is going and traveled 6 kilometers. And finally, the stadium is at point E. Stadium is at point E. Fine. Now the question is asking, in which direction is his house with respect to the stadium? With respect to the stadium, not the stadium, or with respect to the stadium. So we have to find out the direction of his house with respect to stadium. ED is which direction? East. ED is which direction? East. And if I move towards north direction from E, A is somewhere between these two. Between these two, am I right? ED is which direction? East. E से अगर हम ऊपर जाते हैं तो डायरेक्शन क्या होगा? नॉर्थ. सो द डायरेक्शन ऑफ Dravid's house with respect to the stadium, that is E, has to be northeast. Northeast. Fine. Answer choice is C, Calcutta. Answer choice is C, Calcutta. In the previous question, the question asked, in which direction is he with respect to the starting point? Right now, the question is asking, in which direction is his house is with respect to stadium? Answer is northeast. Answer choice C, Calcutta. We can mark. Answer choice is C, Calcutta. I hope this is okay. Let's move to the next question. Question number 32 of your handout. Two students, P, who is facing north, and Q, who is facing south, received the following commands from their physical trainer: right turn, about turn, left turn, right turn. Which direction would P and Q face respectively at the end? The question is not difficult. It's pretty simple. If you follow the instructions given by the physical trainer, you'll figure out. Let's say without making a diagram, P is facing which direction? North. P is facing north. First command is right turn. North से right अगर टर्न लेते हैं तो कहाँ होता है? ईस्ट. ईस्ट. ईस्ट से अबाउट टर्न क्या होगा? वेस्ट. जस्ट अपोजिट टू ईस्ट, वेस्ट. वेस्ट से लेफ्ट टर्न कितना होगा? साउथ. वेस्ट से लेफ्ट टर्न कितना होगा? साउथ. साउथ से राइट टर्न कितना होगा? वेस्ट. साउथ, राइट टर्न, वेस्ट. फाइन. So P must be facing west direction right now after following all these commands. Right turn, about turn, left turn, right turn. P is facing west. So I can say my answer has to be C. The only answer choice for which P is facing west is C, Calcutta. So answer is C. Without calculating the direction in which Q is facing after following these commands, we can answer the question. But still we can figure out the direction in which Q is facing. Q, who is facing south. Q, who is facing south, took a right turn. Somebody is facing south, took a right turn. That means now he must be facing west. South, right turn, west. Perfect. About turn. Best से about turn क्या होगा? East. About turn, that means 180 degree turn, clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Just turn your face to the opposite direction in which you are facing right now. So south, west, west to east, that is about turn. Now you are facing east. Take a left turn. Take a left turn. Fine. Left turn. East से left turn क्या होगा? East से left turn क्या होगा? North. North. North से right turn क्या होगा? East. North से right turn क्या होगा? East. So my answer is C, Calcutta. Initial position north, right turn east, about turn west, left turn south, right turn west, final position is west. This is for Q and this is for P. Initial position south, right turn west, about turn east, left turn north, right turn east, and final position is east. So answer choice is C, Calcutta. Fine. This is just to give you the direction related comfort zone from south, which direction you are going to face if you take a right turn or left turn or something like that. Fine. So this is question number 32 for you. Answer choice is C, Calcutta. I hope this is making sense. This is okay to everybody? Fine. Four birds A, B, C, D started flying for collecting food towards south. They started flying, collecting food towards south. After flying 2 kilometers, birds B and D flew towards left. They started flying towards south. B and D flew towards left. From south to left, the direction is east. Direction is east. A and C flew towards right. From south to right, the direction is west. After traveling 3 kilometers, bird A and C flew towards right. Bird A and C, they can be considered as one bird. They flew towards right. So this is the direction which I can conclude. ABC starting point. Fine. They traveled 2 kilometers towards south. At south point, they went for their different ways. A and C took a right turn, traveled 3 kilometers. B and T took a left turn, traveled 3 kilometers. So after 3 kilometers, they are their respective positions. And now A and C took a right turn and B and D took a right turn as well. B and D took a right turn. Now A and C are facing north. A and C are facing north and B and D are facing south. A and C are facing north and B and D are facing south. So my answer is A is facing north, B is facing south, C is facing north, D is facing south. So north, south, north, south. North, south, north, south. Answer choice is D, Delhi. Answer choice is D. I'll repeat this question. A, B, C, D starting from this particular point, which is dark circle, travel 2 kilometers towards south. And reaching this particular point, from this point they went for their different ways. A pair of birds A and C traveled 3 kilometers towards right. Another pair of birds B and D traveled 3 kilometers to left. And BD took a right turn after traveling 3 kilometers and A and C took a right turn after traveling 3 kilometers. Now A and C are moving towards north, B and D are moving towards south. So A is facing north, B is facing south, C is facing north, D is facing south. So ABCD's direction respectively is north, south, north and south right now. Fine. So this is basically the kind of questions which we were talked about at the beginning of the class, that the variety of questions are going to involve direction related questions, distance related questions. Fine. Now let's look at a couple of questions which are based on shadow or casting of shadow. Fine. Let's see which question we have shadow. Question number 37. This is a important variety of questions, so we'll discuss it. If we get time, we'll go for a couple of more questions. Question number 37, one morning. Now in the morning, sun is facing which direction? Sun is in which direction? In fact, east. In morning, sun is in east. A and B started walking in opposite directions. When they met, A observed that B's shadow is falling to B's right. B's shadow is falling to B's right. Now if B is facing, let's say, east, or B's shadow is falling to his right, sun is in the east. If B is facing north, his shadow will fall to his left because sun is to his right. Sun will always be his right in the morning. So if B is facing north and sun is in his right position, then his shadow will fall to his left position. Am I right? Which is not correct. So that means B must be facing south. If B is facing south and shadow is to his right, that means shadow इसके कहाँ पर fall करेगा? वेस्ट में. सन कहाँ पर होता है? ईस्ट में. ईस्ट में अगर सन है तो किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट का शेडो कहाँ पर फॉल करेगा? उसके अपोजिट, विच इज वेस्ट. सन अगर ईस्ट में है तो शेडो कहाँ पर फॉल करेगा? वेस्ट में. एंड वेस्ट अगर किसी का राइट है तो वो कहाँ फेस कर रहा होगा? साउथ. दैट मीन बी मस्ट बी फेसिंग साउथ. एंड ए इज गोइंग फॉर अ वॉक इन द अपोजिट डायरेक्शन ऑफ बी. If B is walking towards south, A must be walking towards east. I'm sorry, it's north. Northeast. Not east, it's east. Fine. So if B is facing south, A must be moving towards north direction. Fine. South opposite direction is north. So question का answer क्या हो जाएगा? A, Ahmedabad. Answer choice is A. We can represent this with the diagram. This is instructions. Standard diagram, standard directions, east, west, north and south. Sun is towards east and the shadow of anybody will fall towards west. B's shadow is to his right, which is best. अगर किसी बंदे का right west होता है, that means that person must be facing south direction. And A is moving opposite to B. That means A must be moving or walking towards north direction. Fine. Answer choice is A, Ahmedabad. Fine. So here a different aspect of comprehension is used. Position of sun will decide the shadow of the person falling in which direction. Fine. If sun is in east, the shadow will fall in west. And if the sun is in west, which is in the case afternoon time or evening time, the shadow will fall in east. Fine. The shadow will fall in east. So answer choice is A, Ahmedabad, north. You can read the explanation. Let's move to the next question. Question 38. One evening, Anil and Sunil were walking in the opposite direction towards each other. Again, they are walking in the opposite direction. When they are exactly next to each other, they are side by side. Next to each other, they are side by side. Anil observed that his shadow is falling to the right of Sunil. Anil's shadow is falling to the right of Sunil. In the evening, the sun is in west. Shadow of anybody will fall in east direction. If sun is in west, the shadow of any person will fall in east direction. Fine. That means Anil's shadow is to the right of Sunil. अनिल का शेडो इस डायरेक्शन में फॉल कर रहा होगा, जो कि सुनील का राइट है. अनिल का शेडो must be falling in east direction, which is right of Sunil. So if east is right of Sunil, Sunil must be facing north. If Sunil is facing north and Anil is facing in the opposite direction, that means Anil must be facing south. If Sunil is facing north, because the shadow of his Anil is falling to the right of Sunil, and in the evening shadow of any person will fall in the east direction, that means the right of Sunil is east, that means Sunil is facing north, that means Anil is facing opposite direction of north, which is south. Answer choice is D, Delhi. We can say Anil is facing direction south. In fact, the question is asking for the direction which Sunil is facing, so answer choice is B, Bombay, north. Fine. Had it been the question, Anil is facing which direction? Answer choice would have been D, Delhi, which is south. Fine. So this is the explanation. Sun is in west. Shadow of anybody will fall towards east. And Sunil का right east है because Anil's shadow is falling towards Sunil's right hand. Fine. So Sunil is facing north. Anil is facing south. The question is asking for Sunil's direction. So Sunil is facing which direction? North direction. Fine. So this is another variety of the previous type of questions. Let's take one more question based on compass. Fine. Question number 39. A compass was damaged and its needle turned in such a manner that the pointer which normally showed west is now showing north. Normally shows west, right now showing north. That means the movement is 90-degree clockwise direction. West is now north. West is now north. Normally that means correct compass जो शो कर रहा होगा west, वो अभी क्या शो कर रहा है? North. Fine. A person who was following the damaged compass went towards geographical south. In which direction did he actually want to go? Correct compass? Correct compass is east, west, north, south. That's what we already know. As per the question, such a manner that the pointer which normally shows west is now facing north. So damaged compass, north is replaced with west. That means the entire direction compass is moved 90-degree clockwise direction. So north is now west, east must be north, south must be east, and west must be south, as you can see in the figure. Now, a person who was following the damaged compass went towards geographical south. He is going geographical south. That means if he is going south, he is going geographical south. What does it mean? Geographical south. That means if the correct compass permits, he is going south, and as per his compass, which is incorrect, he is going east direction. He want to go east direction. He is pursuing which direction? Geographical south. Answer choice is A. Fine with this? So we have to draw correct compass, incorrect compass. North, east, west, south are the directions. They are changed as per the damaged compass showing in the right hand side. And he is moving geographical south. In which direction did he actually want to go? If he is moving south, that means he wanted to go A, which is east. Fine. Thank you so much.